You keep telling yourself you're burned out, but something about that doesn't feel right. Because it's not everything. It's not your whole life. It's not every part of your day. It's this place. This environment, these interactions, that's where it shows up. You still have energy, just not here. You can focus, just not on this. You can still care, just not about what you're being asked to care about anymore. And that's confusing, because burnout is supposed to feel like everything's shutting down. But this doesn't feel like that. This feels selective. So you start questioning it. Why can't I just push through this? Why does this feel harder than it should? Why am I losing patience with something I used to handle? Because you're not burned out, you're just done. Done forcing energy into something that doesn't give anything back. Done pretending it still matters the same way it used to. Done carrying it like it's still worth that level of effort. And that realization doesn't come in one big moment. It builds. Quietly. You notice yourself caring less, explaining less, pushing less. Not because you're lazy, but because something in you already knows. You still show up. You still do what's required. But it feels different now. More mechanical? Less connected? Like you're going through it without really being in it. And part of you doesn't like that, because you've always been someone who shows up fully, takes things seriously, does things the right way. So this version of you feels off. But pay attention to this, because this is where most people misread it. This isn't you losing your work ethic. This isn't you becoming lazy. This is your standards no longer matching what you're in. You haven't changed as much as you think. You've just outgrown something. That hasn't changed at all. And now your effort doesn't line up with what you're getting back. So instead of thinking, something's wrong with me, you start seeing it for what it is. You've been trying to stay fully invested in something you've already mentally stepped away from. And the move isn't to force yourself back into it. It's to be honest about where you are. You can still do what needs to be done. You can still show up. But you don't have to pretend. It means the same thing anymore. Because forcing meaning where it's already gone is what actually drains you. And yeah, maybe nobody said anything. Maybe nobody's noticed the shift. So I will. There's a version of you right now, more aware, more honest with yourself, less willing to tolerate what doesn't fit, that didn't exist before. You built that through showing up when it felt off, through pushing through something that stopped making sense, through recognizing it instead of ignoring it. So don't stand there acting like you're just burned out. You're not shutting down. You're waking up to something you don't want to carry anymore. And once you see that clearly, you stop blaming yourself for not feeling the same. You're not burned out. You're just done trying to make this fit. If that hit, you already know exactly what this is about.